Let's start with a question. What is your favorite pizza? Is it the classical pepperoni? Maybe a margherita with tomatoes, cheese, and basil? Or are you someone who loves pineapple on pizza? Yes, I know that's controversial. Hello everyone, this is Diego and welcome to FluentCast, the podcast where you can learn English and explore culture. And everyone has an opinion about pizza, right? It's one of those foods that unites people and divides people at the same time. But here's the thing. Pizza didn't always look the way it does today. In fact, pizza started as a poor person's meal. Just simple bread with a few toppings, and somehow it became one of the most popular foods in the entire world. So today we are not only talking about pizza, we are going to tell the global story of pizza from flatbreads in ancient times to the modern pizza you eat on a Friday night. Along the way, you will learn some new vocabulary, and at the end, we will take a quick look at the past simple tense, the grammar that help us tell stories about the past. Ready? So grab a slice and let's go! Let's go back, way back. Thousands of years ago, people in the Mediterranean, places like Greece, Egypt, and Rome, were already making something similar to pizza. They baked flatbreads, which are simple bread made without much yeast, and they put toppings on top. Not cheese, pepperoni, or pineapple. No, these toppings were very basic. Things like olive oil, garlic, maybe some herbs. Let me take a moment to talk about some vocabulary here. If we are talking about pizza, some words are really important to understand. Words like dough and toppings. Dough is the soft, sticky mixture of flour and water that you start with before it turns into bread. Toppings are the extra food you add on top of bread, pizza, or even ice cream to make them more flavorful. So, in ancient times, pizza was basically a worker's meal, cheap and simple. It wasn't fancy food, it was fuel. It was just for energy. Now, let's move to Naples, Italy, in the late 1800s. Naples, or as you say in Italian, Napoli, was a busy city, famous for its street food, and among the working people, pizza was already very popular. But here comes the turning point. The story goes like this. In 1889, the Italian king and queen visited Naples. A local baker, Raffaele Esposito, wanted to honor Queen Margherita, and he created a special pizza with three colors, red, white, and green, the same colors as the Italian flag. Red tomatoes with mozzarella cheese and green basil leaves. The queen loved it. And that pizza became known as Pizza Margherita. So one baker made a pizza, the queen loved it, and suddenly pizza became more than just street food. It became something symbolic, something Italians could feel proud of. And remember to observe the past simple here. The baker created pizza. The queen loved it. Those actions are that started and finished in the past, and the verbs are pronounced with D in the end. Create in the past, created. Love in the past, loved. Back to the topic. But how did pizza travel from Naples to the world? The answer is immigration. At the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th, many Italians left Italy and moved to countries like the United States, Brazil, and everywhere. They brought their traditions and, of course, their food. In American cities like New York and Chicago, Italian immigrants opened pizza shops. Soon, pizza was not only for Italians, it became American too, and so also happened in Brazil. In New York, the crust was thin and foldable, perfect for eating on the street. And if you go to São Paulo in Brazil, it's considered one of the best pizzas in the world. Okay, more vocabulary for you. Crispy, chewy, and savory. When we are talking about food, it's very interesting to describe the texture or the flavor. And talking about texture, crispy means crunchy, when it breaks and makes that noise, like the edge of a thin crust pizza. Chewy means soft and elastic, something like inside the bread, or something that you have to eat and eat and eat, and it's really hard because it's like rubber. Savory means salty or full of flavor, not necessarily sweet. Okay, over time, pizza is spread across the world. Today you can find sushi pizza in Japan, curry pizza in India, and yes, even banana pizza in Sweden. Pizza became truly global. Okay, let's pause for a short second for a short grammar lesson. The story of pizza is perfect for practicing the past simple tense. We use the past simple to talk about finished actions in the past. I'm talking way back in time, around the 19th century, the 20th, the beginning of the 20th century. And when I was telling the story, I used phrases like the baker created the pizza, the queen loved it, immigrants brought pizza to America. If you notice, some verbs that are regular verbs, we add ed in the spelling, like create becomes created, love, loved. But some verbs are irregular, like the verb bring, that in the past becomes brought. So, when we tell a story, whether it's about your weekend, a family story, or a story of pizza, you will almost always use the past simple. So, what does pizza mean today? It's more than food. It's culture, it's identity, it's comfort. It's also a business, billions of dollars every year. But at the same time, it still carries that history. Simple bread for simple people transformed into a global icon. And here is something beautiful. No matter where you go, people argue about pizza. Is pineapple okay? Is deep dish a real pizza? These debates show how much people care about food. So, let's wrap up and review what we talked here today. Pizza started as a flatbread in the ancient Mediterranean. In Naples, a baker created the margherita for a queen and she loved it. Italian immigrants brought pizza to America and it became global. And along the way, you learned new words like dough, toppings, crispy, crunchy, savory. And also you practice the past simple tense. So next time you eat a pizza, remember, you are not just eating bread with cheese, you are tasting history. This has been Diego with FluentCast. Thanks for listening, and I'm looking forward to talking to y'all next Monday. Take care, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.